Okay, we are off. This is the Oracle of Ages weekly randomizer race. Today we're playing on normal mode with randomized dungeons. Tree warp is on, as per usual. And joining me in the race we have Ebil, Fox, and Zeke. Should be a good race. Good luck, have fun to everyone. Starting with a sword. Okay, we have consistent damage straight from the start. Always a good sign. And a seed shooter. Probably embers? Yep. Okay. I'm tempted to check the graveyard. I'll check the graveyard after... I'll go to the past first. I'll go to the past first, and then we'll check the graveyard. Because past gives us a couple things. One, it gives us more seeds. Two, it gives us another item. Worst case scenario, we just tree warp back to the start and go graveyard. But I definitely think graveyard is the way we need to go. I'm just kind of concerned that I might need the bracelet. And Black Tower tends to give the bracelet a lot. Also, Gale Seeds are nice. Gale Seed Shooter is really nice, because that means we don't need to worry about a shield or getting an early shovel. Alright, Black Tower. Are we gonna get the bracelet like usual? No! Okay. That means we do have to go graveyard. Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with having to go graveyard. I'm gonna check the shop. It's just a ring. Armor ring, we're not gonna worry about it. So this is gonna tell me that there is progression here. In one of the two spots, at the very least. It's possible we could have all three have progression. However, we cannot access one of them. We can see it, we can't get it because we don't have a bracelet. Yo, Dark Horse, thanks for the good luck. More health. Very healthy start to the seed. That's telling me that the grave has our progression. Kinda expecting a bracelet in here. Or a mermaid suit. I could see a mermaid suit. There's the bracelet, okay. So now let's just check and see if this is anything. It's a rope. Ooh, I gotta take it right now. That's a French vanilla rope. I have to take it right now because that could be our progression. We could have a raft seat on our hands. So now we definitely go to the past. We're going straight to Deku Forest. Deku Forest will give us a couple things. There's a couple items over there. We have access to the seed tree. So we'll see what we end up getting there. And with Ember Seed Shooter, we technically have access to the Noon Animal Companion area. However, we can't do anything there without either currents or the flute. So we could see a flute. That is very well within the realm of possibilities. We could see a mermaid suit. We could see an island chart. Now that we have the rope, island chart is about as good as getting the mermaid suit for her getting us to Crescent Island. Of course, it's not as good, but it will get us there. Okay. Echoes is good. That's leading me towards potential Symmetry City. Because that will get us into the past once we're in Symmetry City. Three seed types. That could also lead us towards Tingle. Mermaid suit, okay. So we're going to Crescent Island. But I'll get 3 seed types. So we don't have to worry about the raft. We're gonna check out the dungeon right away. This is gonna be a quick dungeon check. Can't really do too much. Unless it's like Dungeon 1. It's Dungeon 8. We can't even do anything there. So our options are fairly limited right now. Like, even with the mermaid suit, that really doesn't do anything for us. We have this item here. We do now have access to Ambi's Palace. I don't like that play right now. We'll see. There's a shield. That doesn't do anything for me. So I think I'm gonna check. I'm gonna have to probably go into Ambi's Palace, realistically. But I want to check the hidden Toke first. We're not going to be able to beat Ambi's Palace. Guaranteed. We're going to just be able to get the one item. And I really don't want to have to go in there. Hidden Toke spot. I mean, we're in the past. We gotta at least check it out. It's an easier spot to get to versus Ambi's Palace. Ambi's Palace, we're gonna have to go through the secret passageway, which takes a bit of time. This we could just get to and then leave. I am a little concerned that we might not get anything here. It's a ring. I don't think it could be anything useful right now. It's red ring. Oh. Well, in that case, I will definitely take it. It's not useful for progression, but it's a useful ring. Now that does mean we do have to do ambies. But I will take that red ring any day of the week. And that's why you check rings. Even if you know it can't be a progression at this point, you still check the ring. So unfortunately, we are last locationing our progression at this point. That's what Ambi's Palace does for you, though. The early Ambi's Palace play rarely pays off unless it's your only progression. Like, if I had a Switch Hook and Mystery Seeds, this would be fine. But we don't have either of them. If I had one or the other, I would also take this play, just because. Like, having one or the other, maybe you'll get the other one. Like, if we had Mystery Seeds, I would definitely come in here, because maybe we would get a Switch Hook and we'd be able to do the full thing. But since I don't have Mystery Seeds, and I don't have a Switch Hook, we can only get the one item. The one item is probably, based on what I'm thinking, it's probably going to be the feather. Or a shovel. I can see feather or shovel here. Or graveyard key even. I can see a graveyard key as well. Or the flute, okay. I'll take the flute. And it's Ricky's flute. So that is going to get us up to Symmetry. We are going to be able to use this to get to Symmetry City. That was a waste. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to have to go up to Symmetry City. And we're going to have to do it vanilla. Because we don't have Tune of Currents. So we have to do this whole thing vanilla. It's kind of rare to have to do all the construction workers or the bridge workers vanilla. I think we stay high. Yeah, we stay high for Ricky. You go low for Moosh. Yeah. Now, one important thing is definitely get the item before talking to the last worker. And there's our feather. Okay. And the reason why that is super important is because you get teleported after getting the last worker. And if you're gonna go get that item, you have to go all the way back, which is a real pain. Okay, Pegasus seeds are good. They're always good. I'll definitely take them. We are going to be able to get both items up here. And then we're probably going to go Tingle. I think Tingle is probably the best play at this point. Tingle will give us 2 quick items, and it's fairly close to start. So we can tree warp back there fairly easily. Got a book! We are literate. We're not going to use the book. We might. We might have to use the book. But most likely we're not going to. We have gained the knowledge of the library path. What could it mean? It could mean an item. Bombs! Okay. Bombs is a good item to find there. I still think our best play is going Tingle. But now we have access to a dungeon. And that's got me interested. Because now we have access to Dungeon 2. Or whatever is at Dungeon 2. Okay, we got a satchel. That is amazing. Satchel is really good. So time to go fast. Now I think instead of going to Dungeon 2 immediately, I think it might be better to go to Crescent Island and get a couple things there, and then we can warp to Dungeon 2. That's probably the better play. Oh, we don't have rupees for this. But it's just bombs. Okay. That's actually good. Knowing that that is just bombs, that means we don't have to worry about it. Those are bomb lock bombs, by the way. So they can never be your first bombs. More health! Okay. So I am hoping that this dungeon is something we can do something in. Most of these dungeons we're going to be able to do a little bit, at the very least. Four we can do a few things. Actually, wait, we can go all the way to the mini-boss, I think. Let me think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can go all the way to the mini-boss. Yeah. So this could be a very good dungeon for us right now. Like, at the very least, we're gonna do half of a dungeon. Two keys already. Also, yeah, this is one of the best dungeon soundtracks. Oh man, I can't make this jump right now. I'm probably dead. Yo, Nitro, what's up, dude? There's boss key. Yeah. That's just me being bad at the jump. Is there any health in here? Bombs. There's a heart, okay. We'll take this kind of safe. We have red ring. We can kill everything easily. Yeah. And just like that, we're back. We're back. We're back in the running. You would show up there, wouldn't you? Oh yeah, now we're perfectly fine. Not yet, I don't think. It seems like the Link's Awakening people and the Minish Cap people are pretty much on board with it. We just need to get Oracle people in. Okay. That's a place for currents. We're gonna kill the mini boss here. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna allow emulators. They didn't want emulators last time. But we'll see what the actual rules are gonna be. Alright, so this is the last item I can get here. Coincidentally, this is the any%. This is basically the any% version of the dungeon. Alright, so with currents, we have access to a lot more things. Okay. Yeah, I see where we're headed. We're headed for Rolling Ridge, but the way we go through Rolling Ridge is going to be weird, I think. Because we don't have a switch hook. Without a switch hook, this gets a little more interesting. I'm trying to think of, like, how exactly I would get over there. So according to the tracker, I can get to West Rolling Ridge. You have to finish minish caps so someone can host a solo relay race. That would be sick. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Alright. So that is out. Like, at this point, I'm just kind of checking one check at a time. There's only a few things we can do. I'll take extra health, it's fine. Oh! Oh my god, I just figured out how I can get over there. This is great. I love it. Yeah, we're doing D2 skip. Alright, I don't need Xmas ring. But yeah, we're actually going through D2 skip cave. But we have Pegasus seeds, so it doesn't matter. This is easy version of D2 skip. Boom. First try. But yeah, this is actually pretty crazy. Requiring that in logic is fun. Yeah, I do think that putting D2 skip into like hard logic would be nice. But I don't think it would come up very often. Yeah, hard logic plus for that. Oh yeah, where HSS skip is also a thing. Yeah, that would be good. Hello, Tuna Pages. So we're not gonna be doing Talus Peaks today. And the Noble Sword. This just gets better and better. I rolled the seed. Can I roll your seeds as well? You don't want me rolling seeds. This is outside the norm for seeds that I end up rolling. Like, the kind of seeds that I roll are the double Talus Peaks, where you have to go up to the seed no return in order to get an item to go Talus Peaks, and... There's our switch hook. So this was 100% required. Because we had to get we had to come up this way to get a switch hook. And now we go back to the other side. The back and forth nature of this seed here is really interesting. Or at least the back and forth nature of this rolling ridge. This is definitely like the most interesting rolling ridge I've had in a very long time. And there's a we're just gonna be able to do everything on Rolling Ridge. This is insane. Oh, just keep them coming. Just keep them coming. What is this seed? This is the rolling ridge of a lifetime. Okay. Finally we get, like, something that's not great. I mean, we don't really need the rupees. I mean, we don't have 300, but... we still don't have graveyard keys, so it doesn't really matter. Speaking of rupees, there's rupees. So yeah, I think I'm basically just going to finish off Rolling Ridge. And then after that we can probably go to Zor Seas. Vanilla brisket. What is going on? Next thing you know, we're gonna get a Goron vase from turning in the brisket. Vanilla flavored brisket, that... Yeah, I don't know if that would taste very good. Nice. Alright, so depending on what I get here... Okay, it is mystery seeds. I was debating on either going to Zora Village to get the mystery seeds, potentially, or the next thing I want to do is probably go back to 4 and finish off 4. I don't... We got one item out of 4. Alright, so second dance out of the way. More health, always nice. I'll take it. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do our trade. And then we're gonna head back to 4. And on the way, we're going to turn in those mystery seeds. That's going to be the play, I think. I kind of want to go to Zora Village. Or we check out this dungeon. Yeah, we're going to check out this dungeon real quick. It is Dungeon 1. Let's go. We got ourselves a completable dungeon. Got ourselves the one key that we need. More health. Just give it all. Just give it all. all the health and all the damage means we are cooking with gas. That was a 2-hit. Alright, that's a key. That could be boss key. That's a key as well. So one of them could be boss key. Yeah, we're cooking our vanilla brisket with gas. Ideally, that was going to be boss key. That's boss key, okay. So then this, yeah, this is an item. Pumpkinhead is an item as well. Fairy powder, okay. This is kind of leading me towards Zora Village. We still don't have Graveyard Key, so we don't have access to the dungeon. Yeah, I don't need it. Don't need that one. I want to say this... Yeah, that's right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go finish 4. I'm gonna finish 4 first, and then I'm going to Zora Village. Reason I want to finish 4 first is solely because there's potential for level 2 switch hook stuff on the way to Zora Village, and I want to maybe get it beforehand. Obviously I probably won't get it, but there's, you know, small probability of it actually happening. Or we just get more dungeon access. That's another thing that could happen. I saw that happening a mile away, yet I still went for it. There is a little concerning thing right now. We have access to the interior of Dungeon 8 because we do have the switch hook, we do have the seed shooter, and we do have the Cane of Samaria. Hopefully, we do not have to go into Dungeon 8 until we find the Power Glove. But I am prepared to go in there, if needed. We still have plenty of other things to do, so I'm not going in there anytime soon. It's just something to think about. We are missing compass. Okay. So this could theoretically be compass key. We're missing compass key and item out of the three things. So if we find item, we're good. Nothing else matters. It's key. Not what I wanted to see. Come on, item. Item, yes. And it's 200 rupees, so we don't have to worry about rupees at all for the rest of the seed. Let's go. So now I definitely think the play is go to past D6. Just do dungeons. It is past D6. It is vanilla. So we are able to full clear this. Assuming we get boss key in here, we can beat this dungeon. But that does require getting boss key, which is not entirely likely. I mean, it's possible. Chances of it happening, I don't know. I feel like when you're having a good seed, you end up getting boss key and present. I feel like that's how it works. I'm gonna swap the sword so I can preserve. I want to preserve my ember seeds a little bit, because I am gonna need to use more ember seeds in the coming rooms. At least for the other candle room. I don't want to be too low on them. I could have gone for the refill, but it's easy enough to just swap. I think swapping is slightly faster in the long run versus like trying to conserve. Alright, 2 small keys. Alright, we got boss key. Let's go. So we can full clear this. That was a huge get. Now we can just beat this dungeon. We don't have to come back here. We can just go straight through the dungeon. We are missing 1 small key, which is going to be in the back somewhere. There's also going to be items in the back, so it's whatever. we're gonna have to check both things in the back anyway. I hate you so much. Alright, we're good. He just walks right in my path, ruining everything that I tried to do. Alright, there's the third small key, which means there's an item on the puzzle. Now, ideally, what ends up happening is... Oh, I definitely have that. I forgot to mark it. Is we end up not needing to go to one of the dungeons. Because we got boss key here. That means present D6 does not have boss key. That means it's probably nothing. There could be another important item in there. But hopefully we never even have to figure that out. Ricky's Glove. Most useless item in the game. Yeah, this fight is gonna be over before it, like, even starts. Red Ring, Noble Sword. He barely stands a chance. Alright, now I think we make the play. Now I think we make the play to go to Zora Village. So unfortunately, we cannot get Fisher's Island right now, as we do not have the level 2 switch hook. But there's still a decent amount of checks over here that I think is probably worth doing. After this, I probably go Ambies. Because Ambies we can get into the Maker Tree. And that'll be like 3 checks right there. And then lastly, if we have to, then we'll go into Dungeon 8. depending on what we find, I may go into Dungeon 8 anyway. Like, if we find ourselves with Power Glove, I'll go 8. But Tuning Nut, okay. That's giving me some ideas. I think we're going there next. We're going to whatever dungeon's there. Boomerang, okay. But before I go there... Yeah, this is going to be what I want to do. Clean the seas, obviously, and then I'm going to do Orphan Check. We are going to do Orphan Check immediately after cleaning the seas. And the reason being is because, obviously, one, it's Orphan Check, so I'm going to orphan it otherwise, and two, the timing is going to be perfect. Because we're in the right time period, number one, and number two, I'm going to be doing a tree warp anyway, in order to get to Talus Peaks. In order to get to Talus Peaks, I'm going to be doing tree warp. So doing a one-off check right now and then tree warping out is probably our best bet. It was nothing, but you know, you still gotta check it sometimes. And now, we get to do Talus Peaks. But we don't get to do Talus Peaks, because we're going to skip Talus Peaks. Thanks to the power of the Tune of Ages. So Talus Peaks chest. Talus Peaks chest is going to be a crown key. Okay. We are really good. We are, like, getting everything we need right now. The main thing that we're still missing are those upgrades. We need the Power Glove, and we need the level 2 switch up. We also are probably going to need the... We are going to need the Graveyard Key, regardless. So the question then becomes, is present D6, is it going to be on the Sea of No Return, behind the Tokay Idol? If it's there, we don't need it. We can completely skip that entire area. However, it's possible. We may need to go up there for something else. I don't want to, but we might have to. Good news is that we've already done past D6, so even if we find present D6, like, we can just do the entire thing while we're there. But hopefully we never find it. As I say, when I find present D6 right here. Oh no, it's Jabu. Okay. Don't like this Jabu because we don't have the level 2 switch hook yet. So we can't do a ton. cannot do as much as I would like. We can still get a few things done. But I think we may end up having to leave. Yeah, I think I'm gonna check the bottom floor, and then I'm probably gonna just leave. We'll check the first two on the bottom floor, and then we're getting out of here. Because we only have one key. Let me just make sure I save. I'm pretty sure I did save already, but I'm making sure. What ends up happening here is that because we only have one key and we don't have the level 2 switch hook, I don't think that any of this is in logic until we get the level 2 switch hook. Because we just don't have enough keys. We could potentially key lock ourselves. Well, I mean, this is the only path I can take right now, so I think this is fine. We'll see what we get here. Got a key. Okay. Two keys on the bottom floor. Honestly, I think we still go. I think we go with this. Two keys on the bottom floor. We have the Games to Mario, which lets us continue. I think we go all the way to the mini-boss. Right now, the worst case scenario is there's something on the chest after the mini-boss. But we have enough keys for it. We actually have enough keys to do that based on this route. Either way, I'm getting that mini-boss portal and then we're leaving. Like, there's nothing else I can do after that. Unless we end up finding the level 2 switch hook. But yeah, we're finding a bunch of keys. That's perfectly fine. That just means later on we're not gonna have to worry about keys that much. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Get that mini-boss portal for later, because that's very useful later on. And we're gonna just check this last chest. We're saving before it, just in case. It's a key. Okay, that's big. That means the final chest can't be anything. So we have all the keys that we need in order to beat this dungeon. I realized I probably should have filled up while I was in Symmetry City. But I can fill up here pretty quickly. I'll take a double. Alright, what dungeon we got here? Ah, it's present D6. Okay. So we're gonna have to full clear this, unfortunately. Oh! 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 What? What? Let's go. So we have a required dungeon D... Required present D6 dip. So I'm gonna go a little bit further, just in case. We'll see if we end up getting enough keys to continue. The key situation is big in here. Because if you don't find all 3 small keys outside of key-locked areas, you end up getting key-locked. So we've already found 1. Hopefully we don't find any more. Alright, that's good. And honestly, with my damage output, I might just go. This is bad. There we go. I might just go straight to fire. It's gonna depend. It's gonna depend on if I get a key here. If I get a key here, fire could potentially be in logic. If I don't get a key here... Okay, I got a key. So yeah, I'll go straight to fire. Because there's a possibility. If I didn't get a key there was no way I could get 2 keys on 1 chest. But yeah, what this means is I don't have to care about my key usage. Like, key usage doesn't matter right now. Because realistically, if there's anything behind a key door, all the key doors are in logic. So that means the other key has to be somewhere. And there's a graveyard key, which means all keys have to be accessible. Oh man. So that means we're going this way. That means we're checking everything here. This was a pretty good present D6. Like, 2 good items. And theoretically, we could be 1 item from go mode. at this point. We're either 1 or 2 items from go mode. It depends. Actually, no. We are 2 items from go mode. We need to go. We need to go up to Sea of No Return because we found this. There has to be a dungeon that we need to do up there. So RNG chest. First chance is always going to be a fail. After that, it's a 1 in 4 shot every single time you pull the lever. And we just got the 1 in 4 on the first try. Let's go. Alright. So there's a lot of things I can do right now. A lot of things for me to process. Number 1, we're going straight for Graveyard. We got a dungeon. We've got Potion. And Potion leads us to another dungeon. So that gives us 2 dungeons that we can do right away. Nice heart container. Alright, we've got Dungeon 3. Yo, Zeke, you had internet issues? That sucks. It's unfortunate. But it happens. You lost 15 minutes of stream? Yikes. So we are 2 items from Go Mode. We just need the Power Glove and the Tokay Eyeball. Hopefully we can find them here in Dungeon 3. If they're not here, we have other dungeons to do. Like, we have access to a lot of dungeons. One of which happens to be Dungeon 8. I don't want to go there, but we can. I mean, while I have other dungeons to do, I'm not going to 8. Unless I find the Power Glove. Like, if I find the Power Glove, maybe I go 8. Ooh, Swimmer's Ring. That's nice. But I think I might just clean out all the other dungeons first. I'm probably gonna go back to 7 after this. I could go 7, I could go to whatever's at Jabu. Alright, is Bushroom going to yield anything? It's got a map. Well, we're gonna check the Mimic Room now. Nothing. Alright. So we are good here. We are gonna go to the bottom floor. Clean up the bottom floor. Boss key's gotta be down there somewhere. It's possible we might need shovel in order to get right side. That is a possibility. Alright, there's boss key. So we can at least beat the dungeon right now. Hopefully we don't have to come back here. I think we're good. I think we might be good. Unless Shadow Hag has a key. In fact, I think Shadow Hag cannot have a key. Let's find out. Yeah, it's not a key. So that means the final key is on the right side. So we can safely ignore the rest of that dungeon. And now I think I just gotta go for what's that Jabu? Oh, there's Pegasus seeds here too. I didn't realize there were Pegasus seeds here. I could have just filled up here. I just didn't actually process what seeds were there. So we are getting very close to figuring out which dungeon is going to be our go mode dungeon. Is it going to be 2 or is it going to be 5? Now, 5 would be the ideal go mode. 2 is not bad either. So either one is okay for go mode. Okay. So you have to go into that area in order to get the potion so you can get the shovel so you can finish D3 logically. Alright, so D2 is going to be our supposed go mode. It is possible that we still get the... we get the Power Glove after the eyeball. So Power Glove could be go mode. So we may not get to do D2 in go mode. Why do you do this to me, game? You give me a late 5, and then it's not go mode. And then you give me the boss key as the first check. There we go, we finally got that jump. I'm always bad at that jump. Give me more things to check. Don't you love it? Right now our best bet is just finishing the dungeon. Like, there's no point in doing anything else. Because most likely Smog could have a key, right? If Smog has a key, that puts the mini-boss in logic, which lets us go a little bit further into the dungeon. However, I think regardless, we're probably going to be key locked in here. And I think it might still be possible, but it's going to require a lot of keys. Now I think we are key locked in here. Oh, definitely. We're definitely key locked. There's one check that I can do at this point. So I will go back in and check it. Hopefully it's not a key. I probably should have done 7 before coming here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have gotten the reward. The Zora reward would have been an easy check. But it's fine. Like, we're definitely key locked here. So this is not a terribly bad 5. We may have one extra check to do after this, depending on if this is a key or an item. Okay. So that happened. That was cool. It's a key. Okay. So with another key, that puts mini-boss in logic, I believe. Yeah. So we're gonna have to go check the mini-boss. It'll be fairly short. Also lets us fill up a little bit on Pegasus seeds before heading to the next area. But yeah, there's guaranteed no way for us to go past this, which is fine. I don't want to go past this. Alright, we're out of here. We are out of here. And now we're going to head back into 7. We'll finish up 7. We know because of the way the keys are located in 7, because of the way the keys are in 7, we're not gonna get the final hallway, but we may have to do everything else. But I'm perfectly fine with that. We already have enough keys in order to do everything we need. And the reason I know the final hallway is nothing is because the chest after the mini-boss had a small key. If that chest has a small key, you cannot have anything located on the last hallway chest, because you need all the small keys in order to do that. You can potentially key lock yourself out of the rest of the dungeon. Alright, so that's the final small key. Honestly, let's go check it. Why not? There's nothing else for me to do. Like, I have to go back this way anyway. So I might as well see what it is. It's a map. It didn't waste any time getting that. So we are still missing compass. One thing I'm concerned about is that there is a chest on the first floor. Hopefully, it ends up being the compass, and we don't have to worry about it. But there is still a possibility that it's an item that we're going to need. There is our compass. So, that means bottom floor has something. That'll be the last thing we check here, because we are going to go straight to the boss right now. And this is going to be a ring. Okay. So I'll come back in, we'll get that final check, and at this point, what do we do? We've got to do some overworld stuff. We did a pretty good job up to this point of keeping the flow going, and now we just have to find that one item that will give us progression. No, you know what? I think we just go into 8. I think we just take it to 8. Like, Dungeon 8. Like, we could do a decent chunk of the dungeon. And there is... Yeah, there is one chest I want to try before we go there. And then we'll come back and do Dungeon 8, I think. It was worth a try. Because if that chest ended up being our Power Glove or our Tokay Eyeball, I probably would have been beating myself up. But yeah, one of the cool things about 8 is the fact that we can do Dark Nut Clip if needed. Obviously, Dark Nut Clip is not included in logic, but it could help us out. Well, number one, yeah, it's still fairly new, so I don't think logic has been written around it, but also I believe it's just not going to be in logic just because of the potential to key lock yourself, I think. I think there is potential to key lock if you do something dumb. But the way I use Dark Nut Clip, I use it as a backup. Like, okay, I'm coming in here without the Power Glove. What that means is I'm gonna have to come back. Pretty much no matter what. Unless I end up finding the Power Glove somewhere in here. If I'm gonna have to come back, having that Dark Nut Clip as a shortcut to get to the end is going to be very useful. Alright, we know there's a key there. That's interesting. So we are going to have to definitely get that. Oh, I already had it set up. Forgot I set it up. Now here's where things get interesting. So because I have 3 small keys, I am able to do the floor puzzle. However, I am not going to be able to continue after this. So, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to check this floor puzzle. And then we're just going to peace out. And that means that the other thing is a small key, which is huge. That's really big. So that other key is a small key. So we're going to be able to just do Dark Nut Clip, and that's going to skip us to the bottom floor, and we're going to have enough small keys to finish the dungeon. Because we're going to skip the small key that is required to get to the bottom floor. I should have taken a different route. I should have gone from Zora Village, because I could have gotten Fisher's Island as well in this little loop that I'm doing. But at this point, I think our progression is probably Ambi's. Do I do Ambi's? Or do I just do Make Path? I could just do Make Path. We are quickly running out of things that we can do. Never mind. So yeah, I definitely should have done that to begin with. So now we go back. We go straight back. Wait a second. No, it's not going to take me back there. Because I went into the cave and the ship. So yeah, now we're going straight back to Dungeon 8. We're going to finish Dungeon 8, and that means Eyeball is Go Mode, which means D2 is, in fact, Go Mode as well. Ideally, we find our Go Mode in here, so we can just go straight to the dungeon right after this. Yeah, so we knew that was going to be a small key. 100%. And we got Clip very quickly. It's also very good. That was found like a month ago? 2 months ago? Something like that? Yeah, Dark Nut Clip is very useful in Rando. I also need to remember the route here. I need to remember not to save and quit after after the one check. But yeah, Dark Nut Clip is only good at Rando. It's not good in Vanilla because you still have to get the Power Glove and then you would have to go back. And either way, you're going to end up having to fight the mini-boss. Just because of the tile locations, or the slate locations. Like, in Rando, it's possible you could skip the mini-boss altogether. Like, it's super good in key sanity. Like, if you come in here with all your keys and slates and everything. But as it is right now, it's mostly only good if you have to make a dip in here and come back. Like, if you come in here without the Power Glove, and then you have to come back here, that's when Dark Nut Clip is really good. Because you can get that sarcophagus chest, and then just immediately do Dark Nut Clip. And I need to remember not to save and quit after this chest. The route depends on not saving and quitting here. Since I'm still looking for one more item, I'm probably gonna go and clear everything else out and fight the mini-boss. If I wasn't looking for that item, I would go straight to Ramrock. Yeah. This would have been a really good route for Go mode. But I still need that eyeball. Oh, I should have done it the other way. That's fine. I was not paying attention to which direction I was at. But yeah, fighting the mini-boss is okay there. Because I'm gonna get 2 more checks over here. And then we would have to fight the mini-boss either way. I just ended up fighting the mini-boss before getting these checks. So that is 5th key. I don't need 5th key. And that was just a gaseous seed. Okay. So we're done here. Just go straight to Ramrock. I could have gambled that neither of those had anything. Well, I knew one of them had to be a key. So I could have gambled that the other one was a gaseous seed or something. But considering I still need one more item, I didn't want to take that risk. And not having the mini-boss portal would have meant a very long trip to get that item if I needed it. So we are still on the hunt for that eyeball. Will Ramrock be nice and give me the eyeball? No, gave me some health instead. So now we've got to make a decision. Do I go ambies? Well, first things first, we gotta check Mayor's house. Mayor's house is easily going to be the best thing to get. I think we still skip Ambi. I think it's probably better if we just go straight into making path. I don't know if I'm in a good spot. I know this screen has a lot of really dumb objects. Oh yeah, we're good. I think going through here makes a lot more sense. We get the last couple checks that you normally get from Ambies a lot quicker. Okay. I have one more idea before I do something kind of crazy. So remember, Remember when we went into Present D6 and we went all the way to the RNG chest, and the RNG chest gave us the bomb flower? Let's see if that pays off. Same color, just not what we're looking for. It might actually be on saving Nehru in Ambi's Palace. Like, there's not many things left that I can even think about doing. There it is. Okay. That's fine. I'll take it. So we are in go mode. All we gotta do is be D2 and go to Black Tower. Lately, we've been getting a lot of D2 go modes. Like, that's been showing up quite a bit. Now, ideally, we find boss key, like, immediately. Because that way we can minimize the amount of keys we need. If we don't find boss key right away, we're probably going to need a bunch of extra keys. And that's just the way Dungeon 2 works. Like, early on, you can get a lot of items, but if you don't get a lot of items early on, you end up needing a bunch of keys. Starting off with a map, that means this is probably going to be a key. Eyeball was the sarcophagus chest in Zora Village. Which is something that I probably should have just checked when I got the power glove, instead of immediately rushing to the dungeon. Like, in retrospect, I definitely should have checked that when I got the power glove. I would have been in go mode for Dungeon 8, and I would have been able to skip the mini-boss. Yeah, that would have worked if I just did that. Sometimes you just get so tunnel vision, you just forget the littlest things. And that would have that little thing that I forgot would have saved me a bunch of time. All right, we're at 3 keys. I think even if I have to use a key, we're gonna be good. Key-wise. Alright, we're good. Alright. Let's get straight to the boss. Hello? Why is it impossible to hit the button? That might have been early. We're good. Don't really need anything from here. Yeah, rupees are nothing. It's fine. Okay. Moving on to Black Tower. Yeah, we just had a few misplays, but otherwise this was a fairly good seed. I definitely should have gone back to finish 7 before going to Zora Village. That was number 1. And then I should have gotten the sarcophagus chest before going back to Dungeon 8. That was number 2. But other than that, we played pretty okay. The rolling ridge was insane to seed. Between having to do D2 skip in quotation marks to all of the items that were found on Rolling Ridge. What do we got? We got Tune of Ages, we got the Switch Hook, we got like basically every Goron trading item. We got so many things on Rolling Ridge. I can't even remember all of them. And then after that, it was mostly just following the dungeons that were given to us. He's not paying attention to me today. Gonna go straight to the staircase. And Fox is finished. In first place, official SRL time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 54 seconds. Said he could have done better if he didn't forget to check. Same here. Same here. Yeah, if I didn't just skip the sarcophagus chest, like if I would have gotten sarcophagus chest the first time around, I would have been able to go mode 8, I would have been able to skip the mini-boss, skip a few other things, I would have been able to go straight, to Dungeon 2 right after. But yeah, that's how it happens. Anyway, we finish in second place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 29 seconds. It was a good race. Definitely an enjoyable race. But definitely could have been better. So yeah, that sarcophagus chest is one that I definitely should have thought about. Especially getting the power glove right there as the Zora reward. I should have just surfaced, gotten that chest, and then gone to the dungeon. But no, I was tunnel vision on the dungeon, and that caused me to lose quite a bit of time. Something to, remember for next time, for sure. You don't play without learning. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta learn from your mistakes and move on. Just learn to remember certain checks when you get access to them. Like, immediately as you get access to them. Especially if you're in that location already.